This office chair from IKEA looks pretty simple, but don't let that deceive you. It comes with a lot of adjustable components to better conform to your body, and at a price tag starting at around $210 that can go all the way up to $280 when fully loaded, it's the most expensive office chair you can buy at IKEA today. But is the price premium worth it over the highly regarded and slightly cheaper IKEA Markus chair? For me, I think it is, but the answer won't be the same for everybody. Hi, I'm David, and these are my impressions on the IKEA Volmar Office Chair. If you've watched my other videos on choosing the best office chair, you know that I already have the super popular IKEA Markus chair, but adjustability is probably its greatest weakness. This IKEA Volmar, on the other hand, comes with all the adjustments I want in an office chair, but it still has some limitations. One of the first things I look for in a chair now is seat pan depth. You can adjust the depth of the seat by releasing this knob and shifting the whole back closer or further away from you. The seat pan depth seems a little small and I feel is better suited for shorter people, which is perfectly fine for me, but might not work well for taller or larger body types. The back of the chair has a nice curve and is tall enough to support my spine all the way up to my shoulder blades. The back can also be raised up to line up with your natural curve, but only locks into 5 discrete height positions, so you can't dial it in super precisely, but it's flexible enough to be comfortable. There's also an optional headrest that you can buy if you get the leather version of this chair, but I found the headrest a little too low for my head and didn't really provide any additional support or comfort for my body. Other basic adjustments like height works well, and compared to the IKEA Markus, it has a lower height range, which again works better for my shorter legs. The seat also has a pretty standard recline that doesn't go super far back, but it's decent enough. And at its full upright setting, the back holds you up pretty straight, so for longer sessions, I like to lock the recline at a lower position to take some weight off of my spine. There's also this knob for adjusting the tension of the recline for a stiffer or looser motion. You can also buy optional armrests for this chair, and they're height adjustable, but they feel quite flimsy and cheap, so I opted not to buy them. I purchased the black fabric version of this chair, but alternatively you can get it in a gray or leather material. Some people prefer having a mesh back like that on the IKEA Markus for more ventilation, but I'm perfectly fine with solid foam for both my back and seat. Speaking of the foam cushioning, it's very firm. I mean, like really firm. But that's not entirely a bad thing. Fresh out of the box, the cushions are a little too firm to be comfortable, but after a couple of weeks, they soften slightly. Or maybe my body's just gotten used to sitting on a firm chair. In the end, I really like the firmness of the chair. It's not my go-to chair if I just want to be super comfy and loaf around, but as a productivity office chair, it keeps me nice and alert, and I have no issues sitting on it for hours a day. Finally, let's look at build quality. The base of the chair seems pretty solid, and while I'm not a big fan of them using plastic over metal to design the starter base for the legs, they do the job, and the chair comes with a 10-year warranty to give some peace of mind if anything does go wrong. I did also notice on the demo units at IKEA that this Recline Tension feature was commonly broken, but I assume that's just because people didn't really know what it does and kept turning it until it breaks. Just something to keep in mind. So that's the IKEA Volmar, a premium office chair from IKEA that has all the adjustments and features I'd want in an office chair. While not the best looking chair, and in terms of comfort, the cushions are really firm, so you'll need to get used to that. Also, the size of the chair seems better suited for shorter and smaller frames, but at least for me, this chair is comfortable and ergonomic enough that it will replace my IKEA Markus as my main chair. But I've only had this chair for a couple weeks now, and I'll let you know if anything changes in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. You know what to do, and I'll see you in the next video.